It's your girl Charles.
And it's Miss Ash with an I.
Oh, and it's Alicia.
Was you waiting for me to say
Yeah.
that? You did it around the room. Okay, I thought it was the whole introduction with you lot.
Then you.
Yeah, Creeper Crisis.
Where can we find you, Creeper Crisis?
Only Instagram right now, you know.
Why?
There's
But you're on YouTube as well.
YouTube, but I don't promote my. It's just like, but it is just Creeper Crisis.
Promote your YouTube.
I know.
That's what pays.
I'm late to the whole social media stuff.
Where have you been?
I've been around. I do music. You know, it's that whole being on social media. Like that's not really my world. You know what I mean? So it's taking some adjusting
To get there.
Yeah, 100%. It's all foreign to me.
Really? What one do you hate the most? Are you on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok.
You need to jump
Twitter.
on TikTok.
The way I had to jump on her back to get on
I
TikTok.
know. I see one episode where you was trying to convince her. Yeah, no, I'm not on none of them. Just Instagram.
Really?
TikTok is our
Snapchat.
big, like
Go
one of our
on
most
TikTok. If
engaging
you're doing
I
platforms.
barely got WhatsApp.
Yeah, TikTok's really engaging. I'm not lie to you.
Yeah?
Go on
100%.
TikTok. You need to be. If you're doing the music thing.
Nah, 100%.
TikTok.
Yeah, I'm going to look into all of it slowly.
Slowly. Yeah, baby
100%.
steps.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there with everything.
I see you're wearing some merch. Do you want to tell us about it?
Music's future.
Yeah.
MF. Everyone thinks it stands for mother.
Go on. Yeah.
No,
Well, I thought it started for Mountford, where you're from.
So, Death
Yeah.
to Mountford, Life to Music's future.
Mm.
Because the whole estate thing is just politics. Yeah, because the whole street stuff. So we just kind of took the abbreviation from Mountford, and then my brother was just like MF Music's future. And we
Cool.
just thought that sounded sick.
It does.
He tried to change it. I was like, no, that's the one.
Mm.
Yeah, Music's future.
Cool.
So there's a whole, but with the merch and that, it's not just Music's future. We got Me First clothing line. Right now, I'm the only person wearing it because I didn't want everyone else out here looking like me. And yeah, but you know what it is as well? And because we're racially profiled sometimes, mistaken identity. So all these young black boys wearing the same thing, you get snatched up. So I thought, let me be the only one to wear it for now and then go from there.
And then roll it out. Okay, cool. Well, guys, you
That's
know
what
what
I
to
wanted to
do.
Why are you giving me that look?
I'm not. I'm just engaging in the conversation that you're saying.
Yeah, so, and then the clothing line's going to drop, and what you're going to do is there'll be 100, it'll be a limited edition, and then when you get it, it's Me First clothing line. So you in your label might be 73, 62, 51.
So we're gonna obviously get one.
You might not be number one.
No,
but
but
you
we're
can
gonna
definitely
be
get one.
number 20 something.
20 something.
Yeah. Obviously 21,
Yeah.
22, 23.
23, yeah,
Okay.
23.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But there's a whole,
There's-
everyone's trying to be the first to have it. So that's Me First
Oh,
clothing line.
got that. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Good
There's
concept.
gym stuff, more. I'm going to give you lot.
Oh, so we need to be one,
Yeah.
two. We need to be 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to
So-
be something like that. Then.
Yeah, got personal trainers for more fitness. That's MF. Then we've got the filming, media films. And then we've got the cooking with me and Fen. That's more food. So it's just plain
Oh,
work
so
with all the
literally
MF.
Love
MF
it.
with everything.
That's good.
Yeah.
And maybe Me First baby clothing line too.
Me First Black. Listen, I like
Yeah.
that.
Good
I like
idea.
that one. Yeah,
Anyway,
100%.
yeah.
Obviously we've capitalised on that. So obviously, Me First endorsed by
Mama Drama
Pod.
Yo, I like how you lot done your research. I did my research as well. But
Did you?
Yeah,
So what-
of course.
what you
now we'll
What do
get
you
into
know?
that. We'll get into that.
No, because it's
What do
not
you
about
know?
me.
What do you know?
If you buy something on Amazon, yeah, you're gonna check the reviews.
So what
before
do you know? What's
purchase
the
it.
reviews? What do you, I want to know what you know about it. I need
no,
to know.
this-
You got to give us a little blend back.
How did I greet you?
He said, we said Miss Ash, but I said, right. So what? So what? Tell us about each other. Tell us about
No.
what you know about the host.
I'll do that at the end.
Yeah, all right, cool.
All right, cool. I'm
Yeah,
holding
yeah.
you to that, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
100%.
100%, yeah. All right, so guys, you know what to do. Make sure you're subscribed. Yeah, subscribe. I can't enforce it anymore. Subscribe, press the like button, make sure you're commenting, and reshare all the content, man. Run it up. We're going to go straight into it.
All right, so I'm going first. This is a what would you do?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, your partner is upset because you took too long to visit them. You have an argument which escalates to a physical altercation. The police are called and he is arrested.
He?
Yeah.
My partner's a he.
No, but it's
a
from
guy.
the female.
Listen, so what would you do? So if you were a female,
Bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I was a female.
Yeah.
listen, let me read the whole thing.
Okay,
out,
my
and then
bad.
we can
Just say it's your friend, it's
Yeah.
your mate, man.
Okay, all right.
We start again.
It's hypothetical. It's not literally.
Yeah, it's
me.
hypothetical.
Yeah, it's
What would
hypothetical.
you
My
do?
bad. My bad.
Yeah?
My bad. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what? I'll make it so it's not he or she. It's just they.
Yeah, please.
All right, cool.
Because I know how YouTube they'll. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you do? Your partner is upset because you took too long to visit them. You have an argument which escalates to a physical altercation. Physical, yeah? The police are called and they are arrested. They ask you if you want to give a statement, but you refuse. A few weeks later, you are called into the station as CCTV reveals you have assaulted them first. What would you do?
So they're defending themselves, or I'm defending myself.
They were defending themselves.
Yeah, because you
They
assaulted them
I
first.
assaulted
Yeah.
them first. So what?
Techie.
What would you do?
I would first. It's hypothetical because I've never had any domestics in my life. I'm proud to say that. But you'd have to take your licking, man. You'd have to just take the L because at the end of the day, you assaulted them first. In my opinion, I don't think like you're banged to rights. It's there. The footage is there. The evidence is there. I would never be in that kind of predicament because I think there's a breakdown in communication. Like people listen, but they don't hear. You know what I mean? Like I don't think we even understand. Like it's not by mistake that the word air is put in the word hair. The word, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think people listen, so I don't even get belligerent or raise my voice to women. It's just it's a sit down and it's a good conversation as opposed of the irrational, the erratic violence, and I don't even entertain that. But if I was in that predicament and they've come there and they've shown me that this person was defending themselves, you got to man up. You got to man up. You know
What,
I
and
mean?
face the consequences.
100%. Like, because what are you gonna do? Tell on them? Like, do you see what I mean? Because then that's me snitching on my partner.
Are we getting into the snitching?
I was going to say, why does it always have to be a snitching thing?
Because you got a rat, an informant, and a snitch. That there's different categories for like telling.
Really?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Define them. Define
An
them.
informant could be like a government informant. Do you know what I mean? He's working for the police and all of that. A snitch is someone that he's got caught up in a situation and he's just telling on people. You know what I mean? And a rat, that's a person that he just
Sitting at the table.
100%. Like a PC don't work without a mouse. You know what I mean? PC don't work without a mouse. PC, mouse, police, constable. Can't play on words, but that's the worst. A rat is probably the worst. A rat is like, to simplify it for people at home, a rat is like Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's a rat.
Do you think he's a rat?
He's a rat. He's not a snitch. Because that's a person that you knew what you infiltrated that situation. You see what I mean? Even though people would feel like he got manipulated, but remember, he was the one making the phone calls and pulling the strings and manipulating that whole situation. Because in the hood, guys like that just look at it like a meal ticket opportunity. And he reversed that on them. And then so that's a rat. Because he was down for it when it was all good. And then the moment it went wrong, he was just pointing at everyone.
But don't you feel like that's what humans do, like to get themselves out of situation? Or are you saying loyal to the soil?
Me personally, but the thing is, I feel like the old lady, my mum, my cousin, my auntie, my sisters, they can cooperate because the system's there for that. You know what I mean? But I feel like when you sign an oath when you're outside, you can't play like that. But you black women in this room, more than welcome to call the police on someone that's violating you. More than welcome. No one can say you're a snitch. You ain't supposed to follow a code in the first place.
You're talking about a street code. That's
a street code. It's totally different. Anyone could tell. Anyone could be a witness to a crime. No one can say, "Oh, you're a rat."
That's a different contract you're talking about.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm not like, oh, she told, nah. There's some of my homegirls that's been in domestics, and I've even said to them, well, listen, if you don't want violence upon violence, then, you know what I mean? And not that I've gone down there and assisted them with the statements and stuff. I just said, you got to do it. You know what I mean? And no one's calling them a snitch and they're a rat. So yeah, that's just for the streets. But me personally, I can't tell on my partner. You got to remember, it's hard to shake a crate of 6 eggs and none of them crack. You know what I mean? That's why anything I've ever done, I've done it alone.
to basically you don't have to be in that situation.
In the first place.
Yeah. Where your partner has to lie for you.
Yeah,
Or
that.
anything.
Even that.
Yeah, that's why you do it alone. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, do it alone.
Oof.
That's deep,
That's
isn't
deep,
it?
bro.
You know,
Yeah.
I think people don't even understand how system works. System, yeah, you got to remember, system is police arrest you, then upon the police arresting you, yeah, the prosecutor or the defense have a case with or for you, yeah, it's with you or they're against you, yeah, and then you have the jury of your peers. That's a jury of people that could be in your gym, people that can be you see in Tesco's, people are part of the electronic vote. Then only then, when they come up with a verdict, can the judge then sentence you. But let's be real, just don't commit the crime in the first place. It starts with you. You see what I mean? So any man that puts his hands on a woman, you deserve anything that comes to you.
Yeah,
because it didn't have to go to that. You could have the conversation. It's never that deep. You remove yourself. You remove yourself.
It's interesting.
It's like you got 3 types of women as well. Like, sorry to be belligerent. You got a bitch, you got a hoe, and you got a lady. Yeah? A bitch, she's going to argue with you. She's going to go back and forth. A hoe might get in your face, mush you in your face, grab you up. You know what I mean? She's for the streets. But a lady, when she even sees it going wrong, she's going to remove herself from that environment. She's going to say, you know what, this ain't for me. Low vibration. Have a good day. And you're going to feel so silly. She's going to make you feel small. That's a lady. Lady, bitch, hoe.
I think I is a bitch.
You won your point.
I'm arguing to the death of me.
She can have traits of all 3 because it innately it all ends up based around being a woman. I always say, she can look like heaven but be built like Satan. You see what I mean? She can look like heaven but be built like Satan. There's a bit of both in her, depending on who she's dealing with.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right.
100%.
And who raised her too?
Yeah, because remember the same single mothers that are raising us boys, and we're looking at it like, you know what, I wouldn't do to my mum what my dad did. She's raising that same little girl as well, who's looking, thinking, no man's ever gonna do that to me. You know what I mean? She's going through the same trauma because it all falls on the woman.
The men hate you, boy.
Nah, I keep it real. I hold men accountable.
Yeah,
for
and
the
they don't like it. You know, men hate to be held accountable.
They can never say nothing to me.
Of course they don't say nothing to you.
No. It'll all be online. But I just keep it real. I feel like that's what's gone wrong in our community because it's like I find it weird. Like I was telling my young boy the other day, like, it's gonna sound weird. Don't put dick in your bro's girl and stuff like that because that's become normality. I hate things like that. I mean, the OGs that grew me and imputed things in me, when one of their friends were incarcerated, they were going and doing drop-offs, and I was the kid like, oh, he's girls, and he's like, keep your eyes to yourself, man. Mind your business. And I'm like, what? Now you don't even have to go and see a man's girl. You can do bank transfers online. You know what I mean? You don't even have to show up to no one's house. Faithful people don't put themselves in tempting predicaments. Faithful people don't put themselves in tempting predicaments. You don't do it. You don't do it. There's no excuse for that kind of act. You knew you was
Interesting.
Yeah, 100%.
Love that.
You would have the inkling of how this may go. So then you can't act if something does or doesn't happen because you would have thought about all those things, innit? It's like the devil and the angel.
100%, yeah. She can be built like look like heaven, but be built like Satan. Yeah.
Who was that rapper? Yeah, I don't even know who it was. I don't even know. In America, anyway, yeah. Someone went to jail. What do they call it in America? They call it jail, innit?
Yeah.
They went to jail, and then the guy, his bro, like literally got with his baby mum. I saw it on a podcast, American one. I can't even remember if there was a musician, artist, whatever you want to call them. And the host was basically like, you should have never done that. But he was like, no, but she needed someone, we connected, and you know, things happened, and it's just
Things
where
never just happen, though.
it is where it
Things
is now.
never just happen.
No.
You always, things never just happen.
No. Women wake up knowing they're going to have sex. Men wake up hoping to have sex.
That's the truth.
Because women, there's a preparation in it. The shaved legs, the matching underwear. They, you know what? Phone one of their girlfriends. Am I going to give him some tonight? You know what I mean? That
so you know if you wear them big
there.
knickers, you're not going to do it.
You know what I mean? Because
You might.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? And whereas with a man, he's in hope. He's like, oh, I hope this goes down. You know what I mean? He's in hope.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. For me, there's no excuse, man. And especially there's so much different, and women outnumber men. So why would your choice be someone that was around you? Me personally, I would even take an offense that she even felt I was capable of doing that to one of my boys.
But what if you connected on the fact that he's inside?
I wouldn't even allow it to
and
get to that level.
That's my
she
whole
felt
point.
I wouldn't even
comfortable.
How did you get that kind of access that you lot are connecting?
I wouldn't even
that's
allow
the
that.
You're
time.
connecting over the trauma of the
That's
fact
time.
that
You're
guy
spending
is
too much
no
time.
longer
Yeah.
here.
Because you shouldn't be having those conversations.
Nah, you
with
shouldn't.
the
Exactly. You're
first
spending too
person.
much time with that person.
Yeah.
Or
for you
he
to
might
connect.
have been like, oh, I'm gonna drop some food for the kids, and she's looking at him like, oh my gosh, he's an amazing guy.
Yeah, drop
he's
it and cut.
He
stepping
can do
up.
home delivery. That's what I
Yeah.
said. There's so much things put in place
Place,
now
yeah,
from
yeah.
bank transfer. He can do Tesco delivery. He can literally from Tesco delivery and get into a house. He never has no reason to step on her doorstep.
100%.
Where she's like, oh my gosh, I need someone here to help me with the
No,
kids.
right.
The kids
Go
are
call a
moving a
friend.
bit
No,
mad.
call your brethren.
But no, there's no one else around me. Like
No,
my
I'm
dad's
not
not
doing
that.
answering.
Man
I'm
is
just
man,
thinking
man
about.
is man as well at the same
Yeah.
time, you know.
Yeah.
Let's not forget
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
man
Yeah.
know that as well.
Yeah.
Man knows that man
Yeah.
is man.
Yeah.
Women sometimes forget that man is man. Or
Yeah.
sometimes they know the fact that he's man is man.
So they try their thing.
Yeah.
They think
So
from
Yeah.
it.
don't
Let
Let
me
me
shoot
use
my
my
shot.
woman is
Yeah.
woman. Let me use
Yeah.
my
Let
woman.
me use my
Yeah.
womanly powers
Yeah.
because we do have those.
Yeah.
And our powers of persuasion.
100%.
Yeah.
Which
100%. Yeah.
is when you put that with man is man and woman of persuasion, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it.
100%.
We all got needs,
100%.
but you don't put yourself in. For example, if I'm on a diet, I'm not gonna go and sit in front of.
You're not gonna go sit in McDonald's.
And that's
You're
what
not gonna go sit in McDonald's. No.
McDonald's. I mean, like Big Mac's there. I got apple pie. I got a milkshake.
Yeah, you're not gonna do it to
And I
yourself.
got this. Yeah, I'm
You-
not gonna go
nah,
and take myself
nah,
because I
nah.
know that I'm on a diet and I know
Thank
I shouldn't
you.
be having
Yeah.
it. So therefore, I'm not even gonna step into the building, smell a piece, or go past. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
that.
no, it's true. Yeah, no.
And that's why I've always said that when you're dating men. Like, I don't mind having, I'm saying, if you go on a boys' holiday, yeah, and everybody's in the strip club, I'm not saying that you can't be in the strip club. Now, my whole point is, at what point, for me, what I need to know is that you're self-aware enough to know when to step out. And if you know you can't be in the room, I'm not saying that you can't go and that you can't be there. I need you to know, don't go in there because you know you like big asses and beautiful brown skin. Now it's in your face. Don't tempt yourself too long, but are you well enough to, or aware enough to be able to say to yourself, I'm going to leave now. I need to go, man, them. I'm not going to sit here. I'm okay with you being there. I can't expect you to go on a man's holiday and you're not in the strip club. That's dumb.
No.
Yeah, obviously you're going to go there.
Is
It's a massive thing.
But I need you to go, man, them. She is a problem. I am leaving. And your boys to go, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. She's a bit of you. You're going to need to cut now.
But even that, yeah, like even the whole mindset. If you're in a relationship and then you just have random sex with a random, do you know how much you, not that you don't love yourself, but you know how low of yourself you might appear? Because let's put it like this: he's in a club, come across some random girl, don't even know her last name, and he shouldn't have condoms on him anyway if he's in a relationship. He then has sex with her. A whole child can come from this act. And now you don't know who you've given a child to. Their dad could be a molester. You know what I mean? His mom could be a serial killer. You don't know anything. And this is what I said. Sometimes people have children because sex felt better without a condom. But for me,
This
yeah,
come from fucking. I've
yeah,
been saying this.
yeah, real talk. And I feel like I'm not for restrictions, but sometimes some things should be put in place for that to become a parent and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Because those things are serious. And I think in this generation, everyone just takes it for granted. Everyone's just sleeping with everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's more than being in the clinic pissing peppers. Sex is a spiritual connection. You know what I mean?
100.
That's what I
That
feel.
you can't be spiritually connected by holding hands or stroking her hair. That when you insert yourself, that's a spiritual connection with
The
yourself.
bond, the fluid.
Listen.
The whole,
It's different.
yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's a bond. It's a bond that you don't even see, and it's even the fluids just mixing together without the protection. There's nothing in between. It's like washing plates with gloves on.
Oh.
You're not gonna feel the water.
Yeah.
True.
But when you feel the water on your hands, you don't like it. So a lot of people wear gloves.
Yeah.
Well, the opposite reason, we've said it before on the pod, I've spoken about it, you would probably agree that people forget that sex comes from, your men are built to procreate. And people forget that.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
people, because they like the pleasure of sex, you forget
And
you were there to procreate, and out of that comes a baby, because now you want to have
Yeah.
sex and be pleasurable.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to be making children.
Yeah. That's what the act is actually for.
Right.
Where everyone's just out here just
And you get babies out of it.
100%. Or
But
you're in
yeah.
a clinic pissing peppers.
It's your turn. Moving on.
Okay. She spent our cash for the mortgage.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. He said, sorry, yeah. Hi, ladies. I hope you are well. I'm going to keep it short and concise. My wife and I are currently saving up for our mortgage. We're renting in London, so you know that's an expense already. Jointly, we managed to save 1,500 per month. He says, yeah, have made many sacrifices. Last week, I got a call from the bank suspecting fraudulent activity on the account. We have 23k saved, but now we only have 10k left. I've checked the account and there are outgoings to Harrods, Selfridges, Sephora, Victoria's Secret, and even Rolex.
I know Alicia's
Sorry.
vexed. I know Alicia's vexed.
I am fucking mad. That's in capital letters.
Oh.
This bitch has spent the savings for our mortgage. I don't want to lose myself and catch a case, but I swear down.
Alicia's brewing.
Are you sure he's not tied to the guy with the domestic?
Alicia's brewing. I know she's brewing.
Go on.
Because she's
Go
the
on,
accountant of the
Alicia.
group,
Go on,
right?
Alicia. Go on,
We'll let
Alicia.
you speak
No, you
first.
go first.
Because she's the accountant of the group. And
What are you
I know she's brewing.
doing? What are you doing,
Nah.
Cooper, in that situation?
Yeah. See me, yeah, I'll be honest. If you're financially irresponsible, I lose interest. I lose interest. I promise you, I lose interest. Like, and it's weird because if it was the other way round, I know that wouldn't work in his favor. You know what I mean? Like some women, not all, some women don't like going halves on nothing, but expect half in the divorce. So for me, in that situation, for you to go and do that, and we're building for something, because I'm a person that unless you're saving for something, what are you saving for? But they were actually saving for something.
I agree.
And I think that's where the disrespect lies. That she's just gone out of her way and she's just been inconsiderate to the finances. And then you got to start questioning, how else is she going to be irresponsible? You know what I mean? You got to start questioning those things.
It is mad, oh.
Yeah.
I'm with you. It just shows character, and if I don't like that about your character, then I'll be like thinking that it's done.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
Because
thought.
there's no conversation that needs to happen from that point onwards. I'm the type of person who tries to reciprocate things and also think about the fact of what I give out and what I give and what I attract back. So if I am treating you well and I'm doing stuff and I'm thinking about us, why are you not doing the same? Because I wouldn't want to be with a partner who's not thinking of me in the same type of light. Otherwise, we're not aligned with each other. Yeah. So if there's no level of alignment and you're just disregarding these facts or these matters, then there's really nowhere for us to go, because that's a big decision in regards to something massive, which is buying a yard. If you want to disregard that to be buying things that are materialistic and are not going to last, that goes against my moral standards, and it also goes against what I actually believe in and just how I am as a person, which therefore means that we are unmatched, and this just showed me. So
listen, material things mean nothing. Like they can't help you. You know what I mean? When you're sick, they can't pat your back when you're choking. They can't get in the bed and keep you warm. None of that stuff means anything.
But a low person can do and provide all of that type of stuff,
100%.
whether that's a friend or a partner.
Yeah.
Both, innit? So if I see that in you, I'm done.
Yeah. Those things will put me off. Those things will put me off. That and not dusting off your foot bottom when you get in the bed.
That's so funny.
I know that's petty.
That's why I always wear slippers in the house.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand people that just wear barefoot on the floor.
I'm barefoot in my house.
I don't like
don't
that.
bring
And I've
crumbs
got
in the
tiles.
I got tiles as well.
Yeah,
I need you to
don't
wear
bring crumbs in
slippers.
the
I
bed.
will never wear slippers in my house.
I hate it. Wear slippers.
No, because
Shelley's
I shower. I'm
barefoot in
barefoot
that.
right now.
Yeah.
Wear slippers.
No. I'm not wearing slippers in my house because I clean every day. So I know there's nothing on my floor. And I shower before I go to bed. So my foot bottom is clean.
That's a must.
There we go.
That is a must. The shower before bed is a must. I don't know how some people just climb in bed
In
and they've had the whole day on them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They've had the park scent on them. They've had Tesco scent
You've
on
even
them.
just had your house scent on
Yeah,
you.
you just
I
have
need to just have a
everything.
nice
Yeah,
shower.
you do.
Hot shower.
KSI said he don't wash himself. He
What?
washes himself like once a week or something.
Stop it.
Whatever, I'm not listening
Stop
to this, man.
That's what
it.
he said.
Nah,
he, only
mad
has a
one.
he only has a shower once a week, and the rest is like a flannel wash.
Stop it.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah.
Some people smell so bad their attitude stinks. You know what I'm saying?
You put a post up about people stinking on a train early in the
Oh,
morning.
yeah,
because
that
that used to be a thing for me when I used to get train. And people
How
would
do you smell like that in the morning? Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah,
you wake
in
up
the morning and you smell
like dog
frowsy.
shit though. Like
Shit.
I had to smell people
Like
smell
actual
like
shit
Yeah,
and
that's
piss.
weird.
No.
Yeah, that's
And you look around.
Yeah.
You're like, who's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Literally.
You don't ever take a whiff at yourself. You think, hold on.
No, but
Am I
but no one around you looks like they're having incontinence. So
Literally.
you're like, hold on, you actually left your house.
Yeah.
Smelling
Smelling.
like shit.
Nah.
Yeah.
One time I smelled one man's breath and it smelled like shit.
Yeah.
He breathed out.
Bad breath is. Bad breath
Oh,
is.
that is
I
a-
thought, wow.
Yeah.
Your whole mouth smells like dog shit.
Yeah. No,
You know
no,
what?
no.
That's
Yeah,
probably
no,
the worst, especially when you offer the gum and they reject it, and you
I'm
you
on
know-
a train. Can you imagine? Dude?
No.
Hey,
and I'm
you
like,
go.
you know, some friends, you might offer them on a slide and they'll be like, no, I'm good. You're like, no,
No,
bro,
you're not
really
good.
You're really not, bro. I'm trying-
What if it was a girl that you was linking?
Have you ever had
What do you-
evening breath? Have you ever had evening breath? You know, in the evening after your breath gets a bit after 6 o'clock,
but
it's
it-
evening
It's
breath.
the gut.
but you
You,
know
have
what?
to eat. You have to eat.
Yeah, you
It's
have
an
to.
eating thing. That's
Yeah,
what
Hungry.
you know it's-
The kids sometimes I'm like, you know how hungry your breast.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not telling you about your breath smells all funny. Have you eaten yet?
you know, you can't have morning breath at 7 p.m. It's
No,
called
no.
morning breath. You know what I mean?
No, but what I was saying is that later on, so you had breakfast,
get
yeah, but
evening
now
breath.
it's come the evening.
You're
you still
hungry.
not
Oh,
eating.
yeah.
When you have kids, yeah, their breasts stink. What is you're hungry, man?
But they'll tell you that you're supposed to
yeah.
pulling yourself back.
That made me laugh. Yeah, no, I was talking about this with my brother. Actually, I don't mind. He'll be laughing. Yeah, he was asking me, "Nah, what do you do when a girl's breath bangs and you have mints in the car and you got the chewing gum as well and her breath just bangs?" And I'm just like, bro, did you not smell her breath when you first met her? He was like, no, it wasn't like that.
She was hungry.
Yeah, she was hungry. She was hungry.
She's starving herself. She was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
She was starving herself for that dinner your brother was taking her
Literally.
out. She wanted to eat.
Yeah.
She went going 50-50.
Yeah.
She wanted him to pay for the whole
Right,
meal.
yeah, the whole meal. Yeah, she starved herself.
Then
Yeah.
what's he gonna fuck up your appetite? Boy?
Listen, some girls in the hood collect meals throughout the week. They'll take someone out on a Wednesday, Thursday. They doggy
You know,
bags in the
that's
rest.
normal.
Yeah, doggy
The
bags.
bougie
Yeah.
girls do the same.
Oh, boopsing, man. Yeah,
It's not a boobs. I mean, I wouldn't
It
say
is
it's
a book.
It
If
is
you're
a
not
book. It is a
interested and
book.
you're only getting meals,
It's
that's
a-
a book.
that's a
man.
book.
It's not that I didn't ask you to.
But you still took the offer up.
See, I find a man weird, yeah, because it's gonna sound weird. I've never dated a girl that wasn't my partner.
Okay, so
you
everyone you
always
date,
came
you
to
date with intention then?
Yeah, so I've always dated my girlfriends. You know what I mean? We've gone on holiday as a couple.
Yeah, but how did they become your girlfriend? Did you not date them before that?
Nah, we just kind of connected, and it was either come round. It wasn't even for like something to escalate. It was like come round, I'll cook, I'll go round, cook, and we just catch a vibe. You know what I mean? Sometimes walks in the park. We just literally.
You're looking at connection, isn't it?
Connection.
So it's the connection, the spiritual connection. with
Yeah,
that,
'cause remember,
and then
you gotta
grow from that.
You're a dying breed, boy.
No, because you got to stimulate. See, men don't know this. Men, you got to stimulate a woman's mental first. Everything else will fall after that. Some men think, oh, I can just say, I got an erection, have sex. No, you got to stimulate her mentally first, and then everything else, the body will follow. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, throughout the day, touch her bum, kiss her on her neck. You know what I mean? Tell her she looks sexy. Stroke her feet. Just build up that anticipation to let her even believe something's gonna happen. So when I connect with a woman, it's mental first before the physical. Of course, looks matter.
A lot of
and
men
that.
can't do that though. They
You know-
don't know how to.
You know why? Because they're just thinking with
their
that.
dick.
Yeah,
With their
100%.
penis.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
The other head.
yeah.
The other head.
Yeah,
smaller one.
head,
The
yeah.
smaller one. But for me, I've only ever dated women that I've been with. I can't
Randomly just date. You
no,
can't
because
just be.
I phone mum, you good over there, niece and nephew, everyone good, you know what I mean? Anyone's birthday coming up. Those are the conversations I have. Like, yo, does anyone need anything? And then I phone my bros, you man good? And then you know what I mean? Before I just see a random girl on Instagram, like, she's hot. Let me take her and spend £200 on a meal. And if she says, sorry, I'm not really into you.
But your
What?
your age range. What's your what? You ain't got to tell me your age.
Who? I'm 37.
All right, so already that's not how we this new generation. That do
Oh, it's
all
different.
This.
Yeah, it's different.
Completely different.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not how. We're house phone.
You
We're
lot,
house phone, we're phone
you lot are
box.
from the generation where I am the table, all that kind of talk.
Who is?
That?
Who's from that generation?
You know, you my generation.
100%.
See, black don't crack.
Your breath and
Look, black don't crack unless it's on crack.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm from the house phone era. Phone box where?
Oh yeah, your phone box. Yeah,
Yeah,
20p in a phone
I'm
box.
from the house phone.
But this generation of I am the table. I'm sorry, when was a table ever important in any household?
If you have dinner on the table,
But a lot of men
No,
say,
but
what do you bring to the table? None of you don't even own a table.
None of you don't even know.
Is the point.
When did anyone ever come home and say, we're missing the table? Like, no one's never done that. Everyone checks their fucking food in the fridge. You know what I mean? Their sofas, everything else. So all of that is just silly. But me personally, like I said, I can't justify spending money on a random that could just turn around and say, I'm not really into you.
Do you have friends like that though, who actually actively do that? Because I think it's quite common that men do that, take women out for dinners and are happy to date and spend that type of.
I think those are the guys with no confidence within themselves. Like, I'm short, yeah.
Aww.
I am.
Aww.
You are.
You know what I mean? I'm very short. Very short.
How short?
I'm short. I'm 5'7". Like even when girls say to me, "You're short," who the fuck are you? Fort Park. Like you have some height restriction. Like you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like who are you? Fort Park. Like you're too small to ride this ride. Like, fuck. Beat it, buddy.
No, but can you get into Fort Park though?
You know what I mean? Beat it, buddy. Beat it. But I've never had that problem. I've never, I promise you, I've never had that problem. But I know a lot of men, like you said, they overcompensate because they're not confident within themselves. They don't have no confidence. They feel like they have to go above. I've dated women and I've taken a McDonald's and we're still good. I promise you, we're still good.
Don't ever do that again. But
Don't ever do that again.
But yeah. Fair.
Yeah. And if she's into you, there's things that she will compromise on. Not saying she will tolerate or put up with, she'll compromise on. Do you know what I mean? And not even because you're not financially stable, it's just you're together, innit? These things are frivolous. You know what I mean? It's like, babes, look, can't we just grab a takeaway quickly? You know what I mean? Everything doesn't have to always be amplified. Where some guys, they will do the most and get nowhere. Trust me, no,
it's true.
For no reason.
It's true.
No
And then
reason.
they start getting violent and aggressive because they're pissed now because
Yeah,
they're not getting a return.
they
Now they're not getting a return.
They invested.
Because you feel like you're the bee's knees and you're not. Obviously, you're the butt of the group chat conversation.
100%. Yeah.
Why would I not want to eat if you want to buy me food?
You know what it reminds me of though? Do you know, like in our generation when guys used to try and chirp you on road, and then you'd be like, nah,
Your
it's
butters
okay.
anyway.
And right?
Your
They bring your buzz anyway, and then they're following you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Why did you even make it? Yeah.
And it's continuous.
It's
and
weird.
I know one time a girl had said no to a guy. We all come out from this rave, and he boxed her.
What?
in
For
her
rejecting
face.
him?
Wow.
Yeah, and he must have got her in her chin because she went cold, boop,
On the floor.
Nah,
Wow.
see,
That's
all because
weird.
she
That's
said
weird,
no.
yeah.
And after that, do you know what I decided?
Give them your number.
Here you go.
No.
What did you
Fuck
say?
that. I haven't given no one eye contact.
Oh.
Because what I learned was that although I might be looking around the room, men sometimes perceive it as if you're looking.
100%.
That it's actually come and talk to me.
100%.
Whereas it's not. I'm just looking. So therefore, I ain't looking at it.
How was your eyes?
You're not ready.
Oh my! You know what? No, I'm gonna tell you as a man. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you as a man.
I'm not wrong, am I?
No, you're not. Women live in the moment and men live in the experience.
Yeah.
Women create moments, yeah, and they're just creating moments. Men, they look at experience like this is the only time I'm gonna get this experience. So men take those moments and then equate it to experience, and it doesn't correlate. You can't run it concurrent. Women think different to men, and I always say to girls like, don't even hug certain men because they interpret that so wrong.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Men's ideology is not the same as women's ideology.
Weirdos, man.
Yeah.
How can we just gotta be operating mad all the time.
Yeah.
All the time we just gotta be on. I can't talk
It's just called understand it. So listen to the men that are around you and take heed of that.
But I was even having the same conversation with my friend and I was saying that men are so simple that you have whatever impression they first get of you, it can never change. So men can never see if a woman is comfortable in her sexuality and liberated and talking about certain things, she's automatically a hoe or easy. He can never shift his perspective and just understand that she's comfortable in that. he only sees it as that. So now I used to think, oh no, when you're dating and stuff, before I got into a relationship, oh, I don't want to follow this game pattern, but you have to, because they're so, not all, but majority of them, not all, come in the comments, they're so one-dimensional. So if I show you this certain side of me, that's all I can show you. The minute I switch it, you're so discombobulated that you can't understand it. You're not, what's wrong? You're not communicating. Why? Because in the beginning you was getting, and now I've just gone, I don't want to do that. So women, don't do nothing that you know you don't want to sustainably keep doing. So if you meet a guy in the beginning, you're all over him, and really it was just that moment where you fell into him, but actually you don't want to sustainably keep doing that, don't do that. Refrain from doing that, because when you don't do it, they feel they're confused. Like, what they want to say to you is, oh, but last week we had like a sexual conversation, and now
you're talking
like,
to me about
now
your work.
Now I'm saying to you, what, want to come and give me a back rub? And I'm saying to you, no, I don't want to come and give you a back rub. And his feelings are hurt now, because 2 weeks ago you were like, yeah, babe, I'm gonna come and chill with yours. But correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. But you know, men can't differentiate from facial expressions. Like, even if you take girl kids and boy kids, and you put faces and the expressions behind the faces, whether it's a frown, a smile. Some male kids can't differentiate. That's a smile. That's a frown. That's a straight face. Even if you take the emoji and just give them the emoji without the typing of a girl child would be able to identify what that emoji is faster than a boy. So see what I mean? So a man reads the room wrong all the time. Like you said, you just scanning the room at an event, and they, you know what I mean? And even with men, consistency is important. A man is the moment you take away consistency, like you said, discombobulated. It will question everything. Because you could even say, you know what, I'm gonna work late today. Or are you sleeping with the boss, yeah? It's like, bro, no, I just really need to work late. You know what I mean? And that's how a man works, how his psyche is.
So long.
Yeah.
That's so draining and tiring.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
right.
Go on.
So,
go on.
Act like a woman, think like a man.
Yes.
I want to get married now.
Oh.
I've been with my partner for 12 years, and I was 17 and he was 19. I'm 29 going on 30 and he's 32. We have 2 boys, ages 3 and 2. He proposed when I was 25, but I see no sight of a wedding. Initially, I wanted something elaborate, but now I'm ready to just go to the council and sign the papers. We purchased the home together 1 year ago. It wasn't easy, but we've done it. I don't feel like our family is complete. Our sons have their father's surname, and I feel like an oddball. Every time I try to raise the topic, he changes his tune, becomes very disinterested, and often we end up bickering. I feel like my life is at a standstill. I know he loves me, but I don't understand why he won't marry me. But I don't. We've been through so much together, and I couldn't imagine my life without him. How do I get him to take this seriously? How do I get the man I love to marry me? Any advice, please?
So there's a few answers in this kind of.
Oh,
shows is for love. I'll put it out there because I've spoken about it on my live. Shout out to Shay, Shay, my homegirl Shay. She's been proposed to 4 times. I had to tell her.
What?
I know. I had to say to who are you, Sonic. So I just collecting rings. But
I like that.
you know what I mean? Who are you, Sonic?
But,
but in that situation, I feel like she should take her time. And the only reason why I say that, some experiences you shouldn't want to duplicate. You know what I mean? You should have no do-overs. Like, who wants to go to a second wedding? Like, what effort is... If I'm telling my family I'm getting married for the second time, no one's going to purchase new clothes. They're just taking out the wardrobe and blowing the dust off of it. So I feel like she shouldn't want to rush that situation. And I'll be honest, if she's the one initiating it, the guy's not really into her. Yeah. And I'll say this, and the reason why I say that, as a man, I'm going to be honest. Any man could sleep with a woman and it means nothing to them. But any man that makes the effort to propose is really into that woman.
Sometimes. Because they are mad now.
Some guys, because you got to remember, you got to find that ring size. You got to find that if she's in that particular ring, you ask people around you, you try to get the setting to propose, all of that. There's effort in it. To sleep with someone means nothing. So for the fact that she's the initiating the situation, I think she should fall back with that one. I don't think she should pursue it and put it on him. Unless it's leap year or something. Unless she's trying to do something spontaneous. But
hell no.
I think,
forbid.
I think she should allow it should fall on him and not herself.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, because I promise you, any man that proposes or even remotely wants to propose, he cares about that woman somewhat. But any man, because some people think, I've got his child, he cares about me. that doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean anything. But trust me, men are particular about proposing to women. Do you know what I mean?
So men hold, from what I'm gathering from what you're saying, men hold marriage to with some form of regard.
100%.
proper men.
100%.
High
Higher.
regard.
Because you got to
Okay.
remember, we know how much it means to you lot as well. Do you know what I mean? No man is born saying, I can't wait for my big white wedding.
It's a woman that does
It's a woman
that.
does
So
that.
it's for
You know what I
what
mean?
you're doing for her.
Even playing house, men don't play house. Do you see what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
men don't play house. Like, we play outside the house with our boys and we're being around our guys and that. But men, like, you know, I always say to women, yeah, if you find a good guy and he conforms to being in the house, being around the kids and being married, he loves you. Because that is no man's real dream. He just won't be honest about it. You know what I mean? Because it all falls on, it's all what the woman wants. You know
I
what
got
mean?
told this long time ago.
Yeah,
It's facts.
it's all what the woman
I
wants.
agree.
I promise you, a man wants to be around these boys, watching boxing, going on holiday, being in, like, I promise you, none of that is a man's dream. So if he then conforms and does that, he genuinely loves you. And I got like 4 or 5 guys around me who every day they wake up and they're actively in their kid's life, putting money under the pillow, pretending to be tooth fairy, all of that good stuff, showing up to school plays. Those men are really in love. You know what I mean?
So off the cover of that, to ask you, so we had a conversation on another episode and we were talking about relationship and partnership. And obviously I've always said I find it very transactional. So for me, I said it, I feel like love has nothing to do with it. So you were talking about the whole love thing, and these men being there. So would you say that actually, even if he fell out of love with that woman, that there's a certain group of men that still feel like they have a responsibility to stay in said situation?
I'm going to be real with you, yeah? And this is real. A lot of men give up on their kids because they can't no longer be entertained by the woman.
Yeah, facts.
And
I
that's
knew
where
he was gonna
guys are
say that.
suckers. That's why a lot of guys are suckers.
Because
Because
now
they
it's about
can't-
emotion. Now it's emotion. I said this.
because they can't have their way with the woman. Because remember, every man thinks he can revert back to the mother of his child and sleep with her whenever he wants and as he pleases.
always said this
The
for
moment
years,
you take that away from a man, the childish stuff starts happening. Oh, forget it, then I ain't even coming to see the kids. And
Because it's
you know what I mean?
emotional based.
100%. He's in his feelings.
Thank you. Because if it was just down to responsibility, it wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter because my thing is women become mothers the moment they're pregnant. Men become fathers the moment they hold their child. So they don't understand that feeling, eating for two, a baby kicking and moving inside of you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They only come when they're in the hospital and someone says, "Hey, take off your shirt so you can connect with your child." Do you know what I mean? That comes after that fact. But the whole leading up to it, he might miss a few sonograms, a few baby scans, or he might miss a few things because he's not invested like that. You see what I mean? This is why a man could have a woman pregnant and just go and get another woman pregnant and it means nothing to him because he doesn't know what she's really going through. You know what I mean? But in his mind, if he's going to be honest with himself, he doesn't want to entertain the kids because she's no longer entertaining him.
Or whatever he's bringing to that situation. Whatever. Yeah, 100%.
Every man thinks, yeah, but I can just revert back to the mother of my child anytime. And men have conversations. Some men even get women pregnant with multiple kids. So the control factors there of just keeping them in the house.
Yeah.
I know she can't go nowhere. I'm going to be out there doing what I need to do. She's at home with 4 kids. What is she doing?
Yeah.
And that's what-
What other
And
options
what
does she have
other
of that now?
options does she
Now
have?
she's
Right,
got
now you
4
got 4
kids.
kids.
I gave
Who's
you
going
bare
to want
kids.
Who's going to want
Which
you?
is
Yeah, all of
which
that,
is why
yeah.
I feel, I think I sent it to you, which is why I say sometimes your baby father can be the biggest op, because how would you feel as a man so shitty that she's got 4, and guess what? She's doing miles better than you.
100%.
You left her and she
100%.
is operating
100%.
at the most amazing version of herself. I know some men are... The way you lot are pressed, and it always comes through in the ways of, as I've spoken about before, with that, I never understand why men make things conditional. Like, even if we're broken up and you can't stand me, that still doesn't mean that if I'm feeling unwell, you can't still say, it's cool, I'll come and bath the kids and put them to bed. Why can't... Because if we were cool and sleeping together, you'd have no problem doing that.
You would have done
You're
that, yeah.
still the dad.
Yeah, you still...
What's the issue? But you're making it conditional because you're pissed off at me.
It's loving you with conditions. You know what? And men, let me say this because it's very important, yeah. Because I see Genius out there, big up Genius, and he was like, "Men don't come for me." Forget all of that. Like, it should be a man holding you accountable because a woman shouldn't want to hold you accountable. She can't hold you accountable. The same way a man should. Men stop telling women who they are. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. Like, we can only just assume who they are. We don't think the same. We are built different. You know what I mean? Like chromosomes are important for a reason. You see what I mean? Like, so yeah, I think men need to stop looking at certain men, calling them out and holding them accountable and saying, "Oh, he's a pick me." It has nothing to do with none of that. You should rather it be a man holding you accountable than, you know, a woman telling you about
down your
yourself.
neck telling you about yourself. I think in her situation, I'm not gonna lie, from the outset, you should not have bought the house together. That's just my opinion.
'Cause you're both
I
gonna
feel
get
like
from
when
it.
you make things easy for a guy, he's just gonna take it. It is
Of course.
transactional. The easier we make things as women for men, the less they are going to give us what we want. That's just my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Okay.
like you've just literally just broken it all down without me even having to say what I think right now. In that women, we set the bar, we set the standard. It's our fairy tale, it's our dream. So if you wanted to get married to that man, or you want to marry a man, that man should not be moving into your yard, or you should not buy anything. You should not be putting any investments down together. You shouldn't be doing anything together until you get what you want from him. And I'm just keeping it 100. You say to man, this is what I want. This is the vision that I have for you and I. I think we've got something. I see myself as your wife. I'm not having no kids with you. And if I do, you are going to put a ring on my finger. Period.
Yeah. We teach people how to treat us. It's as simple as that. And women, we always set the tone. We always set the tone, and we have a lot of input into that. But as we're getting older, especially with our generation, people are getting desperate. Obviously, for the women women are getting desperate and they're tolerating things. And obviously, the access, certain league of women that men didn't have access to before, those league of women are giving front for nothing. So men feel like, oh, they don't have to do that running game.
Yeah,
Dating back in the day was different to now. We didn't have Hinge, and we had small little POF and that, but it was nothing. It's not. Men can now get those access to that women on platforms like that. Before you couldn't even, not in your life. Them women now are on Instagram. You can just DM them, and they're so itching because they've done a career. Now all of your friends have got kids. If you haven't got kids, some of you want them, and now that means that you're not, some of you are yet setting your standards, but you want them now. So certain men that wouldn't have had access to you are now having access to you. Men are good at masking, and men are good at mirroring what you want them to be without you telling them. Men, over time, they become chameleons. They absorb information. They're like sponges.
But so do women.
They are, but ultimately, women are not looking for women. We control sex. They control marriage and relationships. We have access to our.
But not a lot of women are aware of that, although it's a fact.
I think they're aware. They just get desperate.
I'll be honest. A man doesn't know who he is until he knows what type of woman he wants. He's still learning himself.
Break that down.
Because nothing puts him in a predicament to understand who he is. Like if you're outside and you're committing crime, that doesn't show you who you are. Do you know what I mean? If you're working 9 to 5, that doesn't show you who you are. You're just doing a job. When you have to give yourself to someone else, and then they're telling you about yourself and teaching you where you're going wrong and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Whether it's from your mum or the mother of your child, a woman's showing you about yourself. So a man doesn't know who he is until he knows what type of woman he wants. You see what I mean? And that's where he gets his personality score. Like she builds his personality. And because when women say I'm the prize, I'm not saying I co-sign it, but I understand it to somewhat, because it's like, if you're a boxer, you're fighting for a belt. You know what I mean? You're going through all of the weight classes, the dehydration, the camp and all of that. If you're playing football, you're playing for a cup, a trophy and all of that stuff. Like, that's prizes. Same way a man will fight for a woman, why would she not feel like the prize? You're fighting for her. Everything in society shows us that when we fight for something, we get a prize back. So when you're fighting for her, why would she not feel like that, what you're fighting for? If you're a musician, you're fighting for an award. Do you know what I mean? You're fighting for that prize. So why would she not feel like that if you're fighting for her? Half of the jail, majority of the jail are in jail because of a woman. Half of the men are in jail because of a woman. Because someone slept with their girl or someone disrespected their girl. To some extent, it reverts. I don't know the percentage, but to some extent, it reverts back because of a woman. Why would she not feel like the prize?
That's a
good.
Why would she not?
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, a lot of men are gonna hate that, boy.
It's just, you know what it is, and like I said, a lot of us, if any man is irrational, it's because he stayed too long at his mum's house. Oh God! Because if our dads were in our house,
I'm coming off.
Nah, if our dads were in our house, we wouldn't have emotional reactions. We would not. Men are stoic. I'm not saying women are not stoic, but men are very slow to anger. A real man. A man that's like I'm telling you, my mum was fast. Box it out, box it out.
It's raised by a woman.
You know what I mean?
It's a rat.
My mum was a rat.
Yeah.
Right, mum was box out. Everything get boxed up. Yeah, everything grab up. Dash. My dad was just come in the room and give you the look.
And
You
you
know
know what
But
time
where
it was.
he left home so young, I realized like, you know, chatting on the phone to your guys about this person, that person. That's all traits from hearing your mum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot. Now, real talk. If we're gonna be honest, let's be honest. Yeah.
But that's because a lot of them see what you're saying. Obviously, we know that is true to fact, but it's about looking at the mirror and thinking about where these behaviours actually come from,
Yeah.
and whether or not they feel comfortable to acknowledge the fact that this is where it comes from.
Exactly,
Why they
Lish.
make them a little bit of a
Facts.
real bitch, you know, in
This-
certain situations.
I'll be men have become bitches and women have become bitches and men have become bitch ass n-words. So it's like I always
for
say,
real.
stop looking at the window and start looking in the mirror.
Yeah,
It
because
starts with you
the finger
first.
will point back at you. isn't
Fact,
it?
which is why when men are doing this whole, women are masculine, men are feminine. Obviously, I'm aware that I have masculine traits. Me and Nisha have had that conversation. We're aware of this, but we know where it comes from, though. We know why we had to operate in a certain way, which is the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, the men that are doing the chatty, it's because you were raised by women most of the time.
100%.
The women who can build up, who can put up this, drill up this, do all of that. Because there was no man there.
There
So we
wasn't,
had to,
Yeah.
you think this
Yeah,
you think you want to be like that?
No.
You think we don't want to be like this? We don't want to hurt our nails.
No, you're not.
But we had no choice.
You had no choice, yeah.
And
Mum
you know-
put up all of our beds, all of our wardrobe.
I mean,
yeah,
so
she did
when
by
you
herself.
do
Yeah.
So when you meet us,
My
you get
dad was
annoyed.
there.
When you meet us, you get annoyed, and we're saying to you, "I had no choice."
Yeah.
So, what else are you supposed to do? But then, well, how aware, like Alicia was saying, or how big of a man is a man to really say, actually, I am a bitch because I saw a woman. I say to my son all the time, like, when you're on the phone, you got mixed up with your friends. That's a gal thing.
Yeah, it is.
That's a gal thing. You have to come out a gal
yeah.
argument. Come
Yeah,
out of them kind of, you lot are spatting.
yeah.
What's all of that? You lot are group chatting. That's a gal thing.
Yeah,
And I
it
know,
is.
and I can only say that because
That's what you do.
yeah.
As a woman, you're owning it.
But then when you look at your daughters and you see them doing things like the way they talk to their males, like their siblings, or the way they do with boys, I look at my daughter and I think she's rough and ready, boy. But I think she's proper looking at me, boy. But she's got 3 older brothers and a dad and uncle. She ain't scared of nothing.
Yeah.
She's ballsy. She's her brother's keeper. Like, what?
Men have forgot they were gods, man. You know what I mean? A woman is goddess. You know what I mean? I think men, like the roles, they forgot that role, man. And then this is why women are losing respect for men because, like you said, even when you are fixing, putting up furniture and that, some men don't even know how to do things like that.
Yeah.
They don't know how to read an IKEA manual.
What did you say?
Yeah.
I said, Jenny Batman. Because we got a thing about this. It
Yeah.
makes me feel a bit...
Icky.
No,
And
it will
we've
put
had
you
this
off. It will, yeah.
because you know what? We grew up with our dads, and our dads are those types of men that will
Yes.
do those things.
Yeah,
so when
yeah.
you think about it, what you look at, even if you didn't grow up with your dad and you had men around you, you had a granddad, you had uncles, and those are what the males around you in your life were doing, you're going to obviously expect those things to be...
within your partner.
Yeah.
100% is
What
what
they
you
say,
see,
isn't
yeah.
it? They say that your partner supposed to be like a replica or so.
Women
certain-
date men that are like their
fathers.
fathers.
I've said that. And
Yeah.
we have-
Vice versa.
100%.
Yeah, vice versa,
With
yeah.
the guys with your mum, yeah,
I've always
100%.
said that.
100%.
People come for us for that one as well, isn't it? That they didn't really agree with that we were kind of defining men by that, but they're not looking at the bigger picture.
You know,
that is just an element of it.
They'll remix it on you lot and say you lot got daddy issues then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
Which
don't.
they don't.
It's deflection.
I'm the only one here without a dad.
Yeah, that's a deflection. That's a
Yeah.
deflection. It's not that. It's what you said though, because remember, your first love is your dad.
Yeah.
Like your first love is your dad. It
Yeah.
starts within the household.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, don't let them deflect.
Just like your
They
first love's a
don't.
woman,
Yeah.
your mum, innit? So I
It's a
guess
mum.
how you meet men and
Yeah.
they have that complex about the women they're dating because
Yeah.
their
That's
mum
the same-
did some
same
things
thing.
to them. Yeah,
Yeah.
110%.
It's the same,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, with the dads and the yeah.
It's been good.
Yeah,
I didn't know
boy.
short man could chat on the table.
They said sharp man tear sheet today.
Yeah.
No, you brought us to school today, man.
man.
No, I
Literally,
appreciate it. I
like,
appreciate
drop
it,
some
Queen.
gems and stuff. Just drop your plug again.
Oh yeah,
Plug
Creeper
yourself.
Crisis. Oh my gosh, she'll kill me. Talk Real podcast. Big up Tan as well. She will kill me. Big up Hot Seat. We got something coming
Ooh,
special.
nice.
Very special Hot Seat. I might have to get you lot on hot seat.
Obviously,
as well.
it's not us having to invite you first, for you've invited us. But I'm not. Not us dropping
I'm
shade.
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to
You're
get
gonna have
you
to
lot
think
on hot
about
seat.
us.
Yeah,
Okay,
something
cool.
special.
So something special is coming
Yeah,
up.
definitely,
Okay,
definitely,
cool.
definitely.
Is
yeah.
that the new year or very soon?
17th of November.
Ooh.
Is like the trailer.
Okay.
Okay.
Trailer,
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Real life scenarios like this
Yeah,
dilemma
yeah.
is real, but real. Like,
Yeah.
and it's controlled conversation, so everyone's not shouting over each other and stuff. Like that.
Yeah. Love
Yeah,
that.
it's
Love
a good,
that.
it's a good vibe. It's a good
Love
vibe.
that. Well, guys, we are Mama Drama podcast. Make sure you're subscribed. Follow us on YouTube, or not follow us, subscribe, all of that great stuff, and we are out.
Peace.
Peace.